I think we're good now.
Are we good?
I think we're good now. Of course, a setting changed automatically without my permission.
Yeah, as
Such
usual.
is life. Such is life. We are on Farrahcam over here on twitch.tv/smellsworthless.
Indeed, just for all of the new viewers and anyone who may have forgotten how we run things week to week, I'll be keeping director camera on my channel, and like Matt said, on twitch.tv/smellsworthless, you'll be switching between one player cam and another every game. So the more games, the more different players' perspectives you guys get to see. But this game is Farrah, so if you want to see Farrah's POV of this entire game, then head over to his channel. Same commentary will be heard on both. You will hear both of our voices, no problem.
And I'll be making improvements to my stream all night because every week I start the stream and every week I mess things up. Such as right now I have a Bacchus mod plugin on my screen.
Yeah.
At least this week it's not negative 30 points and chat didn't get to roast me for my terrible Rocket League skills.
Ooh!
Nice pass from Astral across the field to our man Farrah.
That's beautiful. Astral pre-flipping into the aerial there, just to get that burst of speed, reach the ball first. And Farrah, of course, always there to bang in the open net. Although only part of the net was open. We call it open because for Farrah, as long as there's like a tiny part of the net that's open, that's as far as, you know, it may as well be completely open. In fact, I think he'd prefer if it's just a small part of the net open rather than a totally open net, 'cause pressure's off, you know? You're not expected to score. The absolute wide open nets, of course, as we all know, are the hardest to score in the game.
That RLCS level pressure combined with open net pressure.
Yeah. Oh my
It's
goodness,
enough to make
Astral!
diamonds.
Did Farrah get a good look at what Astral just did there? That was savage.
Yes. It was very savage.
He just took everybody out of the game. I don't think Farrah was expecting the bump though, because Astral had barely recovered in the play, and he was already able to get another huge knock onto the goalkeeper. You know, I saw a really interesting statistic on the Rocket League Esports Reddit. It was after this weekend. It was the stat breakdown of what the percentage of players that play Octane, Fennec, Dominus, well basically their car percentage breakdown. And in Europe, the Fennec and the Octane are pretty much like 50-50 as the most popular car, whereas in America, the Octane is still, I think, used by 75% of the players in the top level, which is, I think, very surprising. Now, why do you guys watching think that is? I'm sure there's a lot of theories as to what that could be from. I've got mine. I'll keep it secret for now.
Hibbs with a little tap past the goal here. I think it was week 1 that we last played these guys. By we, I mean
Yes.
the Oxygen team that
Yes.
I cast every week that I have nothing to do
Whoa! Breezy.
with. Nice redirect. Breezy, I remember Breezy totally popping
Oh
off
yeah.
as well.
Oh yeah. He was scoring like 3 flipperies a game in the first, I think it was, yeah, like I said, first grid tournament.
Yeah, week 1.
Yeah, Hibbs and Godsmiller were just chilling out. They were just in defense, just eating some ice cream as Breezy was 1v3ing. Luckily for us, Oxygen were able to get the win there.
Woo!
Okay. Okay.
Banger from Hibbs. Heard what Johnny was saying. He said, "No thank you, sir. I will show you how I do things."
That is a really good read. He was up very quickly for that one. The ball bounced off the ceiling pretty hard, but he read it almost to perfection. And that's what's enabled him to smash that ball on target before anybody could do anything about it. I think that Hibbs is probably sick of people comparing him to Gibbs playstyle-wise. Every time he's in defense, people are saying, "Well, hey, it's the new Gibbs. Aha, see what I did there? The names sound similar. And he's in goal." So now he's just trying to get away from that at every opportunity. Nice demo. Double demo by Shawset, but the net, the open net rather, evaded Farrah this time.
Yeah, which do you think bothers the player more? Do you think Airbus bothers Farrah more, or the Gibbs comparison bothers Gibbs more?
It's got to be the Airbus. I mean, Farrah these days, he's going, I think, the right route with it. He's accepted that, okay, you know, if I act annoyed, that's only going to make matters worse. I've got to just go with it. Realize that if anything, it is giving him a bit of notoriety. But yeah, I still don't think he likes that comparison just because of where it came from. It came from, there was one CJ viewing party where Farrah had a hilariously slow aerial takeoff. You know, like sometimes you watch low rank players play and they try to go for an aerial and the ball's right over their head, so you can't really see how far off the ground they are. But then when you zoom out, you see that they're really only like 2 feet off the ground and they've been flying on the spot. Like Farah did this in RLCS because he just like took off in the wrong direction and had to basically fly backwards. Yeah, CJ was having a great laugh. It was a good moment for sure.
Well, if he ever wants to farm views in the future, he could make a controversy video about how he doesn't like it and really
100%.
bothers him, you know?
He's just got to wait for CJ. Really, the thing he should be doing is waiting for CJ to miss an aerial. So basically watch the next game that CJ plays, and then you can clip that and make some kind of airline, like big plane meme on him. I don't know what the equivalent of an Airbus is, but there's got to be like an alternative. Maybe an Australian version. Chat, help us out.
Like
what's the Australian Airbus?
Some very slow Australian animal.
A Kiwi, maybe. Oh, he's not from New Zealand.
Yeah, it's not
He
New
actually
Zealand.
can't even fly. Like that would probably annoy him even more actually if you started calling CJ the Rocket League Kiwi, because Australians, I don't think they like being mixed up with
they do not.
New Zealanders.
They do not.
Especially ones that can't fly.
It'd be like calling Farah the Flying Englishman. He would not like that.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, here comes the Flying Englishman.
I don't know that we're supposed to be trolling the players that that we represent right now, but we can't help it, chat.
At this point,
help it.
Farah will probably take anything other than the Airbus. Look at the shot from Astral. That was a nice placement, but for all their efforts, Oxygen are yet to score in this OT. They have the vast majority of pressure here. They'll feel like they should have won this a while ago, and Astral has been a menace. He just will not stop air dribbling at the Singularity team. Big dunk by Breezy though. Recovery by Hibbs is good, but Farah will keep that one out. Solid stuff from both teams. This is a very clean game one compared to some of the other ones we've seen in the grid before now.
Yeah, it's interesting. You can still tell it's the first game. There's not like a lot of mistakes happening, but everybody just seems slightly tentative, I would say.
Yeah.
Like everybody's not, no hesitation, flying around, making, difficult plays and whatnot, but not a lot of like grotesque mistakes that we often see in the first game of the day, right? So it's like pretty good. It's like pretty good looking Rocket League right now. But obviously both of these teams can compete at a much higher level, and I'm sure we'll see that as they get warmed up, and potentially, depending on how long this overtime lasts, it might just be right after this.
I mean, we could be watching this all night, technically. This could be it.
True.
Hope you guys like a long overtime.
Hope you did your Lord of the Rings research. We might have to go deep into the tanks on this one. Oh, wow. Nice save there by Astral. I thought maybe Farah barely missing might have thrown his teammates off there, but still saved. 2 minutes into this overtime.
What? Oh, fuck. Oh, my goodness.
Oh, man. Somebody load up the benched tweet. That was close.
I saw a really funny Twitter account yesterday. It's called out of context Godsmiller, and it's just got this selfie of him in that benched tweet.
That benched tweet, the thing was pretty good.
It's so good, yeah. I mean, did they use the same Godsmiller image for when they hired him? When they made him the captain of the team, did they just have the same picture of him standing there looking kind of serious? That's the one that they've decided to go for in all situations.
I just wish I was in the room for the meeting.
Yeah.
Listen,
I don't think there was a meeting.
We have an interesting background together, but we've been thinking. We want you to take full control. I want you to get off the bench, and we want you to control the entire direction of the team. We were wrong.
I really don't think there was a meeting for the benching of Godsmiller. Graphic.
I meant for the bring back.
The comeback, yeah, that definitely could have been a
The part
thing.
where they had to convince him to come back to the team.
But he never left. He was just
doing
benched.
him dirty. Oh, sure. Okay,
yeah, he was
fine.
just
Come back off the bench.
Yeah, stand up, get up.
Dust yourself off. You've been there for a little while, and now it's time to lead. We need you. You're the leader we need.
They've been doing pretty good for themselves. Breezy Hibbs proven to be a very solid duo for Godsmiller to pick up. Oh dear, who just missed the ball in defense. That is a wide open net. Oh, the mind game! Astral had to go for that because Breezy was actually blocking the near post shot, but nobody could slot it in for
Oof,
Knocks it
this
in. Now
is
it's
gonna be
open.
close.
Should be a goal, surely. Breezy
Oh.
slots it in. What a way to finish. Oh my goodness. Was that just a 9 million IQ move by, I think it was Godsmiller, who totally whiffed an aerial. He just flipped on the spot in the midfield, giving Astral an open net, but because Astral had no boost, he couldn't reach it, and the counter-attack goes in for Singularity. Oh, their caster wasn't in the match. I see. Okay, that makes sense. I thought they were trying to switch, like, you know, if Godsmilla's on the kickoff in the diagonal spot and they were trying to switch the Breezy would be on the kickoff. I was like, I don't think you could do that.
I'm going to have to consult the rules.
Yeah, I
that
don't think that's ever been
going to
done.
say no, but I'm pretty sure you can't. All right,
Yeah.
We are on Astral Cam over here, which you know what that means. Crazy, insane plays that you would have never thought of yourself unless you were having some sort of weird Rocket League dream. But that's
probably
just everyday Rocket League for Astral.
every second of every day. I'd like to think that it continues right as he gets out of the game. He's like one of the kind of people who, you know, he's upstairs playing Rocket League, then he's like, man, I'm hungry, and he slides down the banister, you know, skids on the wooden floor down the hall as he makes his way to the kitchen, opens the door and takes whatever it is out of the fridge that he needs all in one smooth motion. This guy is he is a very, very speedy boy.
You think he waves dashes like into his shoes?
Yeah.
Like lands?
No, it's got to be socks. You get wave dashing would have to be socks, surely.
Well, I don't know.
I've never tried in
Depends.
real life a wave dash.
Well, if you're wearing dress shoes, for
Oh,
instance,
true. Yeah.
you know, you gotta imagine the shoes that Michael Jackson wore for like moonwalking were pretty slick.
Yeah. Oh, there's no way. There's no way Astral is right now playing Rocket League in dress shoes. What an absolute monster!
It'd be pretty great if he was. I
He's
would
dressed
like it.
up, suited up.
Ooh, nasty touches, but nothing happens with that ball as it gets hit out to the side. Let's see if Farah can make some action. Just barely misses there on the center ball. Shot probably going to look across the field here for Astral. He's airborne, intercepted by Godsmilla, the unbenchable machine for Team Singularity.
The unbenched Godsmiller. That's his identity forever now. Oh, what a pass by Godsmiller. Shot sets all over the shot though. The Singularity are putting up some legit pressure. This is some tough to stop offensive play. I feel like I missed a opportunity that, by the way. Somebody was asking the last game, who is Johnny commentating with? This is hilarious. I think it was Young Taffy. That is Smellsworth. He's also streaming his POV of this match where he's on Astral Cam.
like
So head
that
over to his
name.
channel. Yeah.
By the way, I've got commands set up today. I've got real bot stuff going on. I've got the multi. I've got the bracket. I've also got a Farah command. So if you hit the Farah command, you get to find out what that's all
Wait,
about.
what does that do? Any
Oh,
teaser?
Johnny, guess you're to find out.
If I had to guess, it's a funny comment from Farah's special guest appearance on our podcast last week. But I don't know what.
Could be all of his comments. Who
Oh,
knows?
that would also be pretty good. All the clips. All the Farah clips. Definitely check out the Farah podcast. It's on YouTube, is it? Or is it soon
Not
to
yet.
be on YouTube? Yeah, I feel like every week we're hearing it.
I
from
know,
you.
dude. It's
Matthew.
so hard. It's so hard to do all this stuff and have a full-time job. I'm so sorry, chat.
Indeed.
But it is in the VODs. We interviewed Greasy Meister last night. So if you guys like Rocket League content Astro was so lucky there, taking a weird power slide route to the ball there.
If you like Rocket League content from someone who has forgotten everything that ever happened in his entire life, then be sure to check out that podcast with Greasy. Him and Farah couldn't be more different. As we saw, Farah remembers all the details of every game he's ever played and every place he's ever been to and every person he's ever interacted with. And Greasy's like, wait, who are you again? What team was I in? We won what tournament? Season 2 World Champion Rocket League? What? Okay. I'm playing this weekend? Oh,
Didn't remember interacting with me ever in his life, and we've met like 4 times probably. In like circumstances where it's not like he was meeting 40 other people.
Yeah,
at the
it was
same
like
time
just
either,
a
you
few people there. And you were probably, one of the times that you met Greasy, you were the only person he didn't know in the room. So you're the only person that he really was meeting for the first time, but you just totally forgot. Given his track record, I wouldn't even be too bothered by that, though. He literally forgot his entire life. It was more us telling Greasy what his life story was than anything else.
Touche, Greasy. Also, in that episode, Greasy does name his top 5 names for hard Rocket League hits. And
I think the top one might not even be appropriate for this broadcast. Oh, that is
nice.
so... Check this out by Farah. That is delicious. Now, this wouldn't have made the top 5 of Greasy's most powerful types of shot in Rocket League, but definitely top 5 cheekiest, maybe even top 2.
I would really hope Greasy does have a name for that, though, because that was saucy, man. I like that. That's the kind of goal that I could maybe make sometime. You know? That's what I like about that.
Oh, it's same. Yeah, I love to see some like a really cool goal that you also think, yeah, I could do that with my negative mechanical ability.
My mechanical debuff, that is my genetics.
That's got to be game. Somebody was actually really annoyed the other day. I was casting a 1v1, and they were really they advised me not to call a game before it's like literally over. But I'm gonna do it again. I think this game's over. I don't think Singularity can come back. Really sorry to that one dude who didn't want me to say that, but that's the facts. I just don't
Johnny,
believe.
the thing is you can please everyone, and you should try. Okay?
Okay. Yeah, that's true. That's true. That's why I get really upset when I see one negative comment. So I know I should do better.
I legitimately last night asked Johnny to continue to save all the negative comments about me because
yes,
I like reading them.
So yeah, if you guys want to appear in a Matt video in the future where he's reading all his negative comments, just head over to any of the YouTube videos where I'm casting with him and make sure to write Smellsworth in the comments so that he can control F it, find all the negative comments. Literally everything you hate about his casting, or just anything about him in general. Go and write it in a video. We'll find it.
I did find some good ones. I have one that's like, he's not a bad guy. He just doesn't add any value to life.
He's not a bad guy. He just doesn't really add any value to the stream. Oh, man. That's what happened in this game. We'll see if this series continues to be a banger for the opening round. We've got one comment here from Fabian Austral. He says, tell Smellsworth he's bad. We also have someone else saying that they agree with that comment.
Bad?
Yeah.
How dare you? That one actually hurts. I don't know why.
I think there's one that might be painful, genuinely. Somebody just said, you know, when I read it, or we explained the comment that we found before. I want to read by Astral here. Which comment was it? Oh, by Astral, stop! So I can tell this story, for goodness sake. And somebody just said, I agree with that comment when you read out the mean comment. They didn't add anything. They didn't come up with anything new. They're just like, yeah, I agree. That's true. I mean, yeah, it doesn't add anything to the broadcast.
That's true. I mean, at the very least, I'm making Johnny look a lot better, right? So like,
somebody has to.
If you're a Johnny fanboy, you should at least be happy about that. Like, oh, Matt makes Johnny look like he's been doing this for 20 years every time they get together, right? Just let that be the thing.
I don't know what I would do without you, man. Whose POV are you on for this game? Is this the shot set game?
This is a shot set 45.
The area code 45.
Yup. Big part of shot set's identity.
Who is Johnny? Hello, man. I am Johnny.
That is...
Welcome to my stream.
That is Johnny. Right there.
It's a big season for him. It's a huge chance for him, a huge opportunity to get experience at the high level, and that's one of the cool things about the grid is the same 16 teams are competing every single week, and for Hibs this is the highest level of competition by far that he's ever been a part of. RLCS Season X, I mean. Obviously Singularity have been making some showings in the regionals as well, but to get like weekly practice against top teams, this is exactly what a player like him would want. Somebody who's been in the bubble for a while, trying to make his way through 6-man's ranks into the pro scene. Now shall set on the ground against Hibs, flicks it in field to Farah, and Astral is up for the rebound, and it's gone in off an own goal. That's a beautiful passing play though by Oxygen. Great 3-man pressure.
Nice attempt. The 50-50 from Hibs, unfortunately, just not going his way. And the ball falls down quickly for Astral, which means that he puts it quickly into the back of the net. Pretty amazing stuff there.
Here's a good one for you. What does Smellsworth do again? Oh yeah, click a button to spectate a player every game and then agree with everything Johnny says. You've got to disagree with something, quick.
I was about to, actually. I was about to be like, yeah, Johnny, whatever you said was dumb. Yeah, I mean, you realize that all casters do is watch what happens on the screen and describe it to you, right? So it's not...
Well, here, try disagree with this. Breezy scored. Try. You're not going to be able to find a way to disagree with that. Not truthfully.
I think OXG scored on themselves by having poor defensive positioning, Johnny.
Yeah, it wasn't so much Breezy scored, it was OXG conceded. That's the classic pro gamer interview. When you get sent to a lower bracket, oh yeah, we're our own worst enemies, we beat ourselves once again. Hopefully next time we can show up because we know we're better than this.
You can do it. It's sort of like, you know, the interview question. It's like, what's your biggest weakness? It's like, I care too much. I really care too much about this job, and I work too hard.
I work too hard, and I'm just too focused. All of these answers are total nonsense.
I have trouble having fun and leaving work if the job's not done.
And then you don't get the job, so you're like, man, the person sounds like a real bore. Let's hire the guy who likes to, you know, play Rocket League in his spare time.
Exactly.
That sounds like a great game.
Ooh, Godsmilla doing some funky stuff off the wall there. Chaussette tries to go low.
Yeah, looking for a pre-jump.
Breezy with the read. Yeah. Woo. Hibbs trying to pop it over the top here, but Chaussette obviously being one of the better defensive players on the field at any given time.
Ooh.
Quick to the read. Ooh, nice touch. That is getting dicey in front of the OXG net here, but Astral quickly turns it into a scoring opportunity. Doesn't quite get the score, but opened up some space for the rest of the team.
That didn't look too organized there. Farah just totally cutting off Astral. Now,
You're an idiot. That was super organized. I don't agree.
There you go.
That's what they want you to think, dude. You got played.
Well, we were actually talking to Greasy about this yesterday, the breaking of rotation that their team loves to do every time that it's one of the Spanish duo in the team, Atomic or Demensa. If they are ahead of Greasy, they will break rotation to cut around in front of him and take the ball. Whereas if it's Greasy, he'll rotate back and let them come in. So it's like he's the preferred third man back. Good try by Hibbs there in the double. But you know, sometimes when it's such an easy clear for the third man, when it's basically just the ball's bouncing towards him, no pressure, he can do whatever he wants, why cut in front of him and hit the ball into the sidewall? Like, if there's not even anybody committing from Singularity, if somebody was committing it, maybe it would make sense. You could pass it off the sidewall to your third man. Yeah, I definitely want to see if Astral just call that he's got that, and Farah leave it for him in those kind of positions.
And when we did talk to OXG, they do say that they do this sometimes. You
Yeah.
know, of course, sometimes you get locked on. Your brain is like, you're going to hit this ball. And no matter what your teammate says, you still try. You try to hit the ball.
You know, Farah's probably, I don't actually know because I haven't listened to their comms, but I imagine that Farah is very vocal and that Astral will probably, I don't know if Astral's the more vocal in the team, but I imagine Farah would be. That's just, where is he right now? Do I leave this for him?
Yep, I do agree with you, as always. We are on Breezy Cam for this match here. This is where we made it all the way through the OXG roster. We do try to showcase some of the other players in the game, even though this isn't a pro OXG stream. Nice shot there by Breezy.
Good thing you were watching it for that
Astral
one.
out.
Yeah,
was it Astral here in the back? Yeah, caught him out just... Oh, no, it was Chaussette, actually.
That's really, really powerful,
nice
though.
Power.
Chaussette is a brilliant shadowing defender. He's really good at judging how hard a player can hit the ball from those kind of positions and knowing how close he can be. But Breezy was able to surprise even Chaussette in that position. It shows you just how quickly he recovered for that shot.
Breezy, not a lot of boost here, struggling to get that ball out. Did well with the 50-50. Ooh, Astral, a nice little shot there, but the Singularity boys are in the backfield and ready. Breezy up, crazy touch to the sidewall here, and another great
Wow.
pass to the middle to Hibbs. Wow.
Breezy really playing well at the moment. That's a diagonal wall read. And he sticks it behind Chaussette on the rebound also to make it almost impossible for Chaussette to block the center ball. That's the strongest start we've seen for Singularity so far. Oxygen have been able to, score quick goals in quick succession previously this series. Now that Singularity have a 2-goal lead, they might just try and play defensively. Oh, I don't know if Astral's going to let them though. Chaussette with a relatively free shot after Astral takes everybody out of the game. That's Godsmilla out of the game. Hibbs, no better luck, and Breezy wanted a better 50-50 than that.
Yeah, a bit of an unfortunate touch there in front of the net. It's a little confusing here. Every now and then I think I'm on Astral cam, but it is still Breezy cam. Some similarities between these players. In fact, if I had to if I had to find somebody that would, sort of remind me of Astral's play, it might actually be Breezy with just the finesse and crazy different types of plays that he tries to make. Woo.
That was nasty by Chaussette. Does anybody know if Breezy uses air roll left and right, or does he use just regular air roll? Twitch chat, help us out, all you camera settings and controller settings experts. If that's something that's really necessary for someone to look like Astral when they're playing and moving, they really need air roll left and right to be found so they can get those diagonal air rolls going at full speed. He uses all three. Yep, there you go. So you're probably spot on. Oh, I love that from Fair. A little double jump shot. That's a beauty. Lifts it down the middle. Now notice that he can generate a ton of power just by jumping up into the ball there. And a lot of players at lower level would mess that up by trying to dodge into it and then ending up going under the ball and losing all the power. But when the ball's just coming at you like this, with it already a lot of forward motion on it, just a simple double jump, it smashes it on target. Astral's going to do just that here, and it is just what I said earlier. Oxygen are able to score so many goals so quickly.
Bean moment here from Breezy. Pretty sure he was not happy with that touch.
Yeah.
He's going to be beating himself up about that one. It is allowed Oxygen to take the lead. It's now 3-2. But there are 3 minutes left. Plenty of time for Singularity tied up.
I know I'm not an expert on Garizi's tier list of shot power for Rocket League currently, but if I was to guess, I would say that shot from Farah was a Volcano Plumper.
Yes.
Or was it Volcano
Probably.
Plumper? I can't remember what the...
Plumper. It was
Volcano Plumper? Volcano Plumper,
yes.
maybe? That's what I would expect. But I want to reiterate, I am not an expert. We'd have to ask Garizi. He is really, I think, maybe the only person who has any kind of authority on this. Look at that defense by Chaussette. He pre-jumped the ceiling bounce. And that was with somebody air dribbling the ball. More of a raccoon pimper? Okay.
Yeah, Raccoon Pimper was number 2. Oh boy, okay. This Singularity defense is leaving something to be desired right now. They just seem a little unorganized. Okay. Wow. Oxygen keeping us on the edge of our seat there.
Astral did not read that one very well, but he didn't have to. Chaussette had the low bounce covered. Looks like Oxygen are on a fast track to round number 2 in this group stage. Remember, guys, if Oxygen could win this game and the next one, then we will have the bye into the playoff bracket. And am I correct in saying that tonight's playoff bracket has a best of 7 in the quarterfinals with a 1-game advantage for the team coming from winners? A format, or an addition to this format, which I love, by the way. I think it's very fair to give the teams who haven't lost the group stage some kind of advantage in the playoffs.
Yeah, that is interesting, and I do believe you're right. I believe that they're adding that this week along with the time changes. The 1 hour earlier play for Europe and the 1 hour later play for NA, which means that we are going to be night-dwelling degenerates tomorrow when we cast SSG.
Looking forward to it. This has been a great showing in Game 1 by Oxygen. They haven't had the best first series, or definitely like starts to their tournaments in the grid recently. Even grid tournaments where they've made deep runs, they don't always play very well in the first series, but today they really have. Singularity they're a tough team. they're you know, a real challenge, and most of the teams in the grid are. But Oxygen have made them look quite easy. This will be 3 games in a row, all wins for the boys in blue, the boys who are named blue, literally on the team names.
What color are they? Blue. That's their team name.
That's got to be a Godsmill, I think. Has to be.
Is he a troll? Is Godsmill a troll?
Oh yeah, I would say so.
Okay.
I would say
Fair.
so.
Whoa!
Oh.
Diving save there from Hibbs, and him and Breezy smash faces together of cars.
Well, we were asking for insults for you, Matt, earlier. Somebody, Warnup, just hit me with a pretty good run. I don't think Johnny's seen Sun since Fusion. What do you mean since Fusion? I would say since 2019.
Yeah.
Haven't left the house.
More about right. About right. Singularity trying to generate some final offense here, but as our Oxygen defense has been pretty tight in this last game.
Yeah, dare I say the match may be over already. I'm impressed though. This is really good stuff from Oxygen. I don't think they're going to have problems until they run into one of the other top teams in the region. We're talking Giants, BDS, Vitality. I think those are the 3 teams. Maybe Triple Trouble, because they've been doing very well in all of the grids that I've seen them play. Although they haven't been as good outside of the grid. This being the grid means that they might have another surprise performance. We'll have to wait and see.